Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are back on the trail. We are at the Wyandotte County Lake today in Kansas City, Kansas. For those of you who don't know, there are two Kansas cities. There's a Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas City, Kansas. This is a fun trail. It is a rugged trail. It is a trail I've used many times as preparation for harder hikes that I'm going to go on. If I'm going to go into the mountains or something like that, I use this trail as a workout, as a prep. It's one of the few trails in the Kansas City area that you can get almost 11 miles. Actually, if you wander around a little bit, you can get 11 miles of hiking in a loop without having to repeat anywhere. So it's about 10.5 miles total around the lake. It's about 1,300 feet of elevation gain. Today is September 6th, 2023. It is about 1:30 in the afternoon. We got a nice break in the weather. Today it's about mid-70s. And please subscribe. Hit the button at the bottom right corner of the screen or down by the description of the video. I appreciate having you along. This trail crosses the road in several places. It also goes through a lot of park areas, so you'll hike right through picnic areas and near playgrounds. So it's definitely an urban park, urban area park. So the weekends get super busy here, especially during the nicer weather. It's one of the more popular. There's a ton of cobwebs. I don't think anybody's been on this trail. I don't know if you can see that guy. I don't think anybody's been on this trail today yet. So we are blazing the cobwebs out of the way. We just got back from a week in Minnesota at the end of August, and I did a bunch of hiking up there. I will, if you haven't seen the videos, which all should be out by now, by the time this video comes out, I will put a link up in the top right corner of your screen to the playlist for those hikes. There were some beautiful hikes up there. I'm so jealous of the people who live in areas like Minnesota and Colorado and have the easy access to hikes like that. But I'm having a hard time adjusting back to the weather. It was so nice up there. Very low humidity and beautiful temperatures the whole week. Only rained on us one day. You'll find that at the end of the Myers Beach Sea Cave trail hike video. Not to be a spoiler, but that hike was supposed to end in a nice sunset over Lake Superior, and spoiler alert, it doesn't. It ends up in a pretty big thunderstorm, but the thunderstorm coming across the lake was also beautiful, so maybe check that out. But we're back here in the humidity and the heat, so I have not hiked since getting back from Minnesota 4 or 5 days ago. This is my first day out because the temperatures are finally cooperating. The cobwebs are driving me crazy. I'm definitely the first person on this trail today, and possibly for several days. I literally have cobwebs all over me. If you've watched my Smokin' Davy video, you'll know that I may have to employ the famous spider web stick here pretty soon. Anyway, still having fun though, no worries. Very long rugged hill here, lots of roots and rocks. This is about the 5th or 6th good climb just in the first mile. It'll definitely give you a good workout out here. And yet another spider. This one's on my GoPro. Get off. Okay. Got him off. Rugged. Very rugged trail. Definitely recommend good boots, or I wear, these are my old, I wear trail runners. Those are my old ones, but they're still got a lot of life left in them. This is a little bit of a tricky spot that I've always had a little bit of trouble finding, even as many times as I've done this hike. You come to this little spot, I think this is one of the entrances on the west side. There's some signage. Oh, it's 93rd Lane and Nelson Lane. There's roads going in 2 or 3, 4 different directions here. And the trail, you actually have to follow this Nelson Lane sign to the left. And I'm going, by the way, I'm going clockwise today, just because that's the way I've always done this trail. I think I did it counterclockwise once, and I didn't like it quite as much. There's a little parking area over here, and the trail just continues off. Right at the edge of this little parking area, you'll see the trail in the grass continuing on kind of to the northwest. So right after that area, you'll come to a big parking lot with a shelter, and basically just follow along the parking lot on the left side, and the trail continues on behind the shelter house. That was just a long chute, basically coming up with real steep on both sides, sort of near the 1/3 of the way or something like that, around 3 miles in, roughly 2.5 miles in, you come to this old boat storage. I don't know, there's some newer boats over there, I guess. You walk right along the back of the fence. Spider. Good grief. It's about the 20th spider I've had to pull off. Sorry, trying to get around a spider again without hurting the spider. I really don't like to hurt the spiders. If you are hiking in these woods, or any woods really, where there's a lot of spider webs, take a friend with you who doesn't know any better and put them up front. I mean, after a few spider webs, you can give them a stick to use. part where there's actually a rope to help you up this hill. If you were coming the other way, I guess you could use it. I'm using it to help me down, keep me from going too fast. But if you're coming from the counterclockwise way and you're coming up this hill, someone was nice enough to give you a rope to grab onto and pull yourself up the hill. Some of these hills are pretty darn steep. This is pretty cool. I've seen this a few times, but I forgot it was out here. It's a foundation for a, I don't know if it was a house or some sort of a building for the Wyandotte County Public Works or what it was, but just a old stone foundation. Very cool. It's on the mountain bike trail part. Okay, we're coming to the dam. Officially, according to the All Trails, the trail goes down to the bottom of this grassy hill, the back side of the dam, and goes along the bottom and comes out, goes into the trees right over here in this area. I have found it's a little easier just to walk along the dam, get up to this top up here, and then go down to it. And it's a better view. You can walk along the dam and get a much better view than walking along some grassy hill with nothing to see but the grassy hill. So we'll give you a good view as we go along here. To the end of the dam. I'm going to start cutting across the road and cut down this embankment. The trail enters the woods down towards the bottom, and then we got to make our way back up the hill. So if I was a logical person, I would just stay on the road, because the All Trails shows me that the road meets the trail maybe a mile down, half a mile to a mile down. Being a hiker and an illogical person, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of this hill, and I'm going to get on the trail, and I'm going to climb this hill and come right back to the road that I was just on. But that's the illogicness of being a hiker. So there you go. I guess I should go ahead and give you my Old Guy Hikes hardness scale. If it was all just like this last, 2 miles or so, I would give it a 2 out of 5 hats, Old Guy bucket hats. But this is a pretty tough trail. The first 8 miles is nothing to scoff at. It's a tough little trail, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I would probably say a 3.5 out of 5, but I don't really do the halves, so I guess verbally I'd say it's a 3.5 out of 5. But as far as scale graphics, I'll put up my 4 out of 5 hats. We've got quite a rocky descent towards the end here. So the beginning and the end of this trail, no matter which side you're on, has quite a bit of rockiness and quite a bit of ascent or descent, depending on which way you're going. There's definitely some ankle twisters in here. Okay, I just popped out of the woods for the last time. I'm at the end of a access road. Basically, you can just follow this road and it will come right to the parking lot where we started. I'm going to be right at 4.5 hours. Let's see here. 10.78 miles right now, so it'll be about 10.85 miles for the day. A little over 4.5 hours by the time I walk there. My GoPro's out of battery. My phone's just about out of battery. So I'm just gonna end here and say thank you very much for coming along with me today. It was a lot of fun. This is a real workout. If you're looking for a challenge in the Kansas City area, the Wyandotte County Lake Loop, also known as the Bridle Trail, is a great option for a super workout. I'm going to cut right straight across this. Instead of going on the road that's over here, I'm going to cut straight across this grass, and straight ahead up there is the parking lot where the car is, and there's bathrooms and all that up there too. So if you're in need of that kind of stuff at the end of your hike, that's all up there. Okay, guys, thanks for coming along with me. Happy trails, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.